Yes, we're back.
Yeah!
What's my surprise there? The Hydro's back! It's a definite.
Right, I don't know, right? Tell us all about it.
We've changed your bum lives. We've taken you for, where did we find them? 10 wee social clubs in front of 10 guys telling your old stories. We're going to drag you up to the Hydro, lads.
We've tried to stop us for so long, haven't they?
I know.
Tried to put
Biggest crowd you've played under?
What's the date?
Under or?
Under.
Oh, you've been under a few things.
I've been under quite a lot.
Great having me
No, but I'm just back for holiday, so.
Wait, just to say 3rd of October, lads, so.
3rd of October, right?
You'll get 30. You still up for doing the naked wrestling?
Aye.
Oh, aye.
Have we
Get
got
oiled up.
Aye.
Aye.
Perfect,
I
eh?
thought
cooking
it
oil.
was a sumo, we're doing a sumo.
You and
I've
Big
been
John
training.
Harrison?
What's happening? Personal trainer on holiday?
What crap.
You've
that
changed,
is. I've
haven't you?
changed, I know. I was in it, was getting a nice
Guy
wee
was
bar.
sexy, wasn't he?
Got a nice wee bar, aye. Personality I plug. They're all huge. No, the guy's a good, he's actually a good lad. He's actually a good lad. Guy speaks English, so it was brilliant. It was brilliant, but it was...
What did you talk to him about?
I never spoke to him. Just get a bar, get a beer. Get a beer, that was it.
You met Yogi Hughes last week.
He just
never
left.
seen him.
Yogi, we turned up with him, he was still sitting there
I
talking.
never seen him, he never knew the camera said they switched up. Listen, it was brilliant.
His saddle was a weird one though, wasn't it?
That was stinking, that.
I was watching your face last week. No, I thought he was entertaining.
I got to go.
It was brilliant.
I was singing your praises, but then he come up with something right at the end, Big Yogi.
I never seen it.
He preferred
Mo Johnson.
Who are you?
Said he was a better player.
Disagree.
All round, didn't he?
And a bigger.
Nah.
You know what?
Do me a favour.
In the
Not
shower,
a
didn't he?
chance.
Uh-huh.
Not a chance.
Says
Because we're talking about
Mo had a couple of extra inch on
Kyogo
you.
or whatever up top, and that
Said
says
Mo had a
you
cou-
reminded me of him.
He said Mo had a couple of extra inch on you.
Not a chance, yeah.
Said you were quick.
He says you were quick, aye.
Said you were quick in the shower, didn't he?
Quick finish, he said.
Walked in your pants.
Aye. Aye. Mo was quick. That's what his missus used to say to me.
Oh, here we go.
There you go.
Yeah, hold on. What was it? What was Yogi like in the shower? Because he's a specimen,
It
isn't
was, by the way, I was watching him last week and I'm looking at him and I'm laughing because see if you played beside him. He's an absolute nutcase. Great lad.
he? Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's a good-
What
terrible
a
football
people.
player.
But
Was
he
he
just listen, go and win it.
Terrible.
He's going to win it. He's going to win it. He's just going to win it, boy.
Couldn't
Take the
pass it
player.
for you there, so
He would
could
take
he?
the player. Aye.
That's
Was he
Aye,
bad
he
in
was
the
all right,
ball?
actually. He was all right.
I think
He was all right.
You'll see that when he's not here. We see that they had you up against the wall.
No, he was a good player. He was all right. He was different class. Great lad in the gym.
Wasn't he?
Yeah.
Aye.
You know, with the night out and he had a broken leg. And I swear that you'd think he came in with crutches and he's running up and downstairs chasing people and all that. He's got crutches. I was just looking at him going, I just turned up at Falkirk. And I thought, well, this will do me. This club's going to be all right for me. But then Jim Jeffries was, next time he makes a decision, it'll be his first.
What does that mean?
Fucking didn't. He says, we've done a deal and all that. And then all of a sudden he's like, well, can you do an ad? Can you send an ad one? Bollocks.
That's because he was trying to get Kevin, wasn't it?
No, he was trying to get me Judas.
That's what I was trying to-
Yogi, he's
I
told me.
was trying to say that to you last week. That's how. Listen to what he's saying about Yogi in that dressing room. That's why I love to have been in that dressing room.
Brilliant. Absolutely great.
But it's strange, he goes quiet when the camera goes. He's like a mouse when the cameras are off, isn't it?
Scared, weren't you?
He's
Squeaking.
No, great lad. He's just...
I was quiet after that, I don't know why.
Oh yeah, but the shape of him, the neck of him, man.
Oh,
He's
he's
a
a good nick.
bodybuilding and all that as well. So, he stayed.
He wasn't like that when he played.
You stopped running around Ibrox.
I've stopped all that now.
Aye, that
I'm
kid.
there. Listen, I think I go. Remember that last year I was trying to run? That was a lot of shite, wasn't it?
Nah. Try to run for what?
Honestly.
Try to run for what?
No, like, try to get fit in that, mate.
But you were seen coughing outside Ibrox this
Aye.
week. You and
But
your
I
dad
still don't know why that's not came out yet.
You should come and see my personal trainer.
coughing outside Ibrox. Didn't know what COVID was.
Whole family were there, like,
Gathering all the
Full
COVID. Anybody get COVID, come down to Ibrox with me.
Filthy slains, wasn't it?
Right, boys, before we get in, Grosvenor Sport. Have you
Best
heard
in the
this?
world.
Aye.
Trebling the odds for the weekend.
Oh,
Oh, no, in
brilliant.
fact, it's on now. Unbelievable offer
What's
from
happened
now.
to Celtic and Rangers?
This week
now?
for new
Bookies have
customers.
stopped the odds, isn't it? For
Aye.
Celtic and Rangers.
Well, you're getting treble odds though, Frank, with
Okay.
Grosvenor.
Well,
For
that's
any
unbelievable.
sport, any bet, any odds this week, Paul. You can treble odds on your weekend ACCAs or even treble odds on a single bet in the huge Rangers and Celtic game on Sunday.
To sign up, go to gsport.com/open goal.
Grosvenor flying. Again, playing in Europe this week.
Was it Champions League last night? Is it Europa League qualifier of the night they've got?
I think they're in both, aren't they? In both competitions.
One like.
They're going to win both.
Aye.
Right, mate, big news coming
Yes.
at Ibrox.
What is it?
The COVID.
Aye.
So we're talking Gerrard's out. Who else are we talking, Paul?
So we've obviously I heard
Bassey.
we've got Tavernier, McGregor, Kent, Wright, McLaughlin. What as I said, they're 2 goalkeepers. It's massive. So, but what is it? I don't know. I think have they actually got COVID, or is it?
No.
They're just not travelled, and that's where people. I'm surprised there's not been a statement made yet.
Thought they're trying to get more Ross back to play.
Or Ross.
More.
See, he's doing it at United.
And trying to get him back for the weekend.
See the boy McCrory?
Kent's
You're talking about goalkeepers.
Kent and McGregor, that's the 2 losses, isn't it?
I saw the boy McCrory. He was out on loan
Livingston.
at Queen of South. He was at Livingston. I think he was at United or not. He might have been. I don't know. I'm not sure. He's decent, but listen, what an opportunity it might be.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the way football is. It's I get that a lot of the punters, fans will be worried, of course. So you should. You want your full squad to pick for, but it's time to just kind of embrace it. You know, it's a challenge. I think we're going to have more of this because I think at the minute Air United are looking to cancel a game this weekend. We've already had
They've not got a squad.
Well, that's what Rangers.
Got.
Well, that's and then you look at probably the team they might be able to put out tonight, maybe on Sunday. It's still a strong team. So sometimes, you know, where it's illness, where it's injury, some other players maybe have been champing at the bit to get their opportunity. Maybe this is our opportunity. So it's something not to kind
of... Well, they put kids out on Sunday against the Celtic.
No, I don't think they need to put kids out, do they?
I think they'll get enough to... Maybe on the bench. But it's something I don't think you should shy away from. Embrace it. I mean, I heard a couple of times somebody saying about cancelling the game, looking to cancel. Not at all.
Well, that's why you've got a big squad,
of course,
if the cancel was 3-0, they were going to get the results, but they were going to get a penalty.
Feed them these lines again.
Just to change the odds.
It is nightmare preparations for Rangers, isn't it?
Oh, it's no idea, of course it's no, Slaney. But as I've said, it's something that, listen, you just embrace it, you get on with it, don't moan about it. You know, it's been a topsy-turvy kind of start of the season. The players have not hit the heights of last season. That's evident in what we've seen. So what better way, you know, in times, you know, adversity, you know, go and show what you're all about. And even, that's what I'm saying, it's a great chance for the boys.
The boys got that because we keep talking about it. I embraced it, you embraced it, but I think these boys got that to go and step into a team and say, this is my place now. But do you know what I mean?
There's an opportunity now, Frank.
See, we'll find out.
There's an opportunity. So that's what I'm saying. Go and grasp it.
Because you look at it, right? Tavernier, Patterson plays. If Tavernier's at Kent, you put in Roof or Hadji.
Barisic for Bassey.
Right, you've got Hadji again, Roof.
The big one though is probably the biggest is obviously the manager not gone.
No, but
how did they go about
the boys?
But see even that when as well. Do you know they'll still do the same preparation all week?
McAllister. It's just that you noticed when you were in training, Derek, and the manager came out. The levels just lifted up, wasn't it?
But I would imagine this. You've just mentioned him, Gary McAllister. I think he's a guy that kind of is. You talk about Gerrard having that aura about him. I think Gary McAllister's got that as well. You look at the career he had and the type of guy he is. So the players had nothing but respect.
He's making the boys call him Gaffer into a week supposedly, but he says don't tell Gerrard. Call us Gaffer. But supposedly Gerrard, they've got Gerrard on a screen watching training and he's just...
Have they?
I think so. Well, I imagine so now. The topper.
It's a two-way thing, can see what's happening in the house. Stevie.
But again, as we're saying, it's no ideal, but listen, it's an opportunity. And maybe Gary Mack might enjoy that. You know, being at the forefront.
Big trouble if he loses the next 2 games, he's in big trouble. Gary Mack.
Exactly.
He'll be out.
But I wonder if it's actually, and it's one of the things you get into trouble, not into trouble for saying, but maybe it's stupid that if Rangers go through the night, then it might be a blessing in disguise that sort of the main players didn't need to travel. I'm not meaning
they're not going to play on Sunday either. So it's the difference.
They can.
That rule's changed.
Aye. You know, it's if you're double jagged and you produce a negative test, you'll be allowed to play. I get mixed up with it as well.
I remember last year in Scotland there were certain players and they were testing negative, but they weren't allowed to come.
Tierney and all that.
I think now it's moved on.
So it's changed.
I just changed the rules. Somebody else is making decisions.
Did you ever have a game where the manager wasn't there?
Why?
I can't recall.
What game was that?
When I was at West Ham, there was a manager was there and he played me up front and won against Liverpool. We get battered.
Where was he? Sitting in the house?
He was in the bell. Didn't make it.
All right.
It was brilliant. We were all
Brilliant.
You got up the Friday, don't you? We're all having a laugh playing cards.
That makes your changes,
Absolutely battered, aye.
But that's probably no. Now I don't think the players are so professional. I don't think it would.
No, do you know something?
Professional, we just couldn't get near the ball.
You were talking about a guy just before we come on camera, the boy John McGlynn. John, he wasn't very well last season and he missed quite a lot of the games.
Yeah.
But is it Smith that was in there? So, listen, look at the football they played last season. So, I just think Fiafar sometimes, he'll be telling, obviously, the second in command, whether that's Smith or whoever it is, if it's McAllister, the team that he wants. So, I think players are too professional nowadays, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're too much at it.
Boring, I call them.
I know, but they're a different breed now in this day and age, Macca.
What a feeling.
Oh, good song.
Biggest game of the season.
Yes.
Sunday.
Aye, I can't wait.
That if you're changing the city, doesn't it? Right.
Of course it does. It's
Well, you're in the city, aren't you? I'm out with, so how does it change, tell us?
brilliant.
Just a special feeling.
Where is it you are again? Where's your new flat?
West End, innit?
I'll tell you what.
Penthouse.
What a difference between now and 4-5 weeks ago.
With who?
The Celtic supporters. It's what an absolute.
Do you think they'll go all out attack?
Of course he will. He'll not change it. There's no way he'll change it. So, by all accounts, I know we keep talking about it. Ralston, he'll get dropped. No disrespect to the boy, but this boy is a Croatian.
What, Sunday? You think he'll get dropped?
I think he'll put him right in.
No.
I'd be surprised at that.
No.
Why? You're joking. He's a Croatian international.
I know, but
what's going to bother him?
I know, but why would you change
The guy's a
after
better
him?
defender than Ralston.
True, that's a good
The
point.
guy's a better defender, so you're going to Ibrox. He's going to put him in. Ralston's brilliant. He's done brilliant. He's
done
staked
excellent,
his claim.
hasn't he?
But defending, I don't think the two fullbacks are that good at defending. So if he's got a Croatian right back,
Put the best player in.
You've got to put him in. I mean,
Would you agree with that?
You're not spending $3.5 million or whatever it is and not playing him. Not a chance.
I get that, but I just think
Ralston's been excellent.
But his defending's not been. I mean, listen, I'm not having a go at the boy. He's staked. He's up there now. Last year he's been there 6 years, never getting the first team. So I was like, maybe it's too late. But he's came in. He's done brilliant. You can't say anything about the boy, but I just think his defending's.
It's a tough one, that, isn't it?
Because
do you
it's
play the
hard.
boy in form or do you play the better player?
You've got to change. You've got to change. The defence has been all over the place. So it's not just him, and it's not just Taylor. It's
But is that because the way he's asking him to play full time?
But you've got to play. No, you've got to bring in the best players, haven't you? He's wanting to change his defence, so there's no point in buying him and then no playing him in one of the biggest
Is that
games
boy,
of the
see if we're
season.
talking about Croatian boy, has he been playing regular
Aye.
football? Has he been?
Yeah,
Aye.
he did.
I just think Ralston, I think, is what he's done in the first few weeks of the season. I think he earns his opportunity.
So you would buy a player, if you're a manager, you'd buy a player for $3.5 million
like
and then no play him.
It's different coming from a different country, different culture, coming into a game like this. Sometimes
I look at the countries, Croatian, Czech, but they
think-
don't give a monkey. They'll play anywhere.
But what I'm
They
saying,
love it.
but what
They
I'm
just
saying
come in.
is Ralston gets it. He's been there
Aye,
a
I
long
think so.
time, but they all progress at different rates. Maybe he's just came to
Just
the
hitting
form
his
now.
step.
Aye, so
Late
we don't know.
developer.
Listen, aye.
Late developer.
I like develop. Aye.
That's good. All right.
That was like you with the hairs on the boys. You never got until you were 18, did you?
Later on.
Derek, see if
Then
you're
they were ginger.
Stevie Gerrard, how are you setting up?
And his
Sunday.
bed. And his bed.
No, the same. They'll go there. It's
It was saying what's the
again.
game, everybody else.
Who's available in Sunday and right away. When,
Sorry, I don't mean the lineup. I mean,
Oh, right.
So see if Celtic are going to come there and really go for it. Would you sit in and try hitting the counter?
No, I think Rangers will
Or
look
try
at
being the
it.
front foot
Try and
still?
dominate the game.
They'll just look after their own.
Themselves.
Of course, they're going to respect Celtic and how they've been playing early season, and they've been at it. They've been scoring goals for fun, of course. So they'll speak about you need to be switched on defensively. But I think the way Rangers play it, they'll not want to change it, and they'll go about their business. They'll think about themselves first and foremost. But of course, they've got respect for Celtic and the way they've played, and they'll need to be at it. The guys, defensively. There's up at County, we've lost a couple of goals. That's disappointing. Going back to last season with all the clean sheets. So it's a challenge for them. Celtic are coming in good form. There's a challenge. Go and meet it head on. That's all I would
It'd be
say.
fascinating, the tactics, won't it, to see what...
And I think
just go-
Celtic
Do you know
will
what?
just
I think
go.
it might
Marcus
be a
said,
bad-
Celtic will just go for
I
it.
think
They're
definitely.
not going to sit in. So
One of the biggest problems, and it might not be a problem for Rangers, because Tavernier's not been at his best the last couple of games.
Aye, hasn't
He's hit the first man at every cross. And Patterson coming in, might just be
better.
It might be better for him. You know, it's just
breath of fresh air.
well, we spoke about it before. How are you going to keep the two of them happy? I just don't get it. I said that there's going to be a big problem because Patterson is pushing for a place, and I think he deserves to. You know, I think,
as a young man champing at the bit,
I think so.
Just want to play football.
Striker, Celtic, a legend up front.
Who?
Frankie.
All right.
Who'd you go with? Edward or Kyogo?
Kyogo.
Do you?
Aye.
Every
Through
time?
the middle?
Every time.
Twice on a Sunday?
His movement is different class. It's so much.
Reminds me a wee bit about you.
That's what you compared
That's
them
what I
with.
was saying last.
Defenders.
What a way to write the wee boy off,
Defenders can't handle it, can they? I mean,
When he shuts
no
people down.
disrespect to Edward, he's a great player, he can dribble and all that, but he's not got that movement. See me, if I'm a centre half, I'd play against Edward all
In
day
front of you all
long.
the time, isn't he?
He's just there.
Yeah.
Whereas he's in behind you and you're like, you've got his eyes in the back of your head. So I would play him straight through the middle and just give him, as many passes as you can. I mean, you look at the players, they're loving it, finding somebody that's making a move for them.
Yeah.
Well,
running in behind the
Likes
benches.
a Turnbull now.
Aye.
He'll love
That's
that.
music
movement.
to his ears, isn't it?
McGregor loves that as well. Even Christie. I mean, he's,
Yeah.
you know, they're all loving it. So it's a different team. So I would play, I wouldn't change it. Play the two of them maybe, but I don't know what he's going to do.
No, I think it'll be Christie, Kyogo and a bad up front, front three. Nah?
Nah, I don't know.
No?
I think I don't know.
See, we spoke about it last week.
McCarthy, how fit is he?
No, I don't think he'll play.
We spoke about last week was, you know, Celtic on the front foot. I mean, the movement, the dynamism about them, but it's when they lose the ball.
Aye.
It's on that, you know, that's where maybe you're talking about
On the transition, there you go.
There you go. All these
There's
big
a
words
word
and all
for you.
that. But that's where maybe Rangers might speak about that and can hit them quick
Yogi said that,
on the
didn't
break. Aye,
Yeah.
you know, and that's something that Yogi discussed, which was interesting. But aye, I would agree with you with that wee fella up front because, but it's not even that. It's the way he shuts players down as well.
Of course it does.
He gets
goes
after
left.
people.
But the thing is, when he's up middle, he shuts the right back
Doesn't
down.
give
He
you a
shuts
minute's
the
peace.
left back
Aye.
down.
They've missed that,
If you're out left, you can only go for the centre half or the right back. So it's taking that away from him. I would
His
play-
body shape you're talking about when he presses
It's
it.
just, well, it's so used to, and he just sits in the middle and he's like, and he's telling people where he's wanting it. Now, if you're to a centre half, he's right in the middle, and if you're facing that way, he's right on your shoulder, getting in behind. You know, and his pace is.
Yeah.
If he gets a head start, you know,
And I just think,
Imagine me and you set
and
up.
I says,
You'd be screaming at me all game.
Aye.
Mark, I
You lazy fat.
said last week, didn't I? I says, but at him, you know, we am shutting people down, making tackles, it lifts the crowd.
lifts
you know.
the crowd,
But then
gets
there's
the players
another
as
thing
well
we're not
going.
going to have.
It gets the players
Any
going.
Celtic fans.
But that's even, I mean, listen, I think it's a terrible disgrace.
It's a
what
bollocks,
Rangers-
a lot of bollocks. I
mean,
think
it's
it's
the
vice
biggest
versa when
thing
Rangers
for
go to
Rangers, 'cause
Parkhead.
it's the biggest derby in the world, and for not to have fans there, that's what it's about.
What do we always talk about?
fans.
Over the last year
I've
and
came
a
up
half,
with-
we've all spoke about the games all
Yeah.
about the fans and why are they not
I've came
there.
up with saying football without fans is nothing. I made that up. Good, innit?
Aye.
Brilliant.
Mate, it actually is though, innit? Sport's done with
Spot on,
fans.
innit? But
I know
See
you're
the
man.
difference.
I made that up.
Somebody else came up with that.
Aye.
Jock Stein.
Was it?
Aye.
Jock Stein said that.
You're a
Thought it was
great
me.
man. You're a great man.
Just came up with it one day. But
Sounded better for you.
sounds great.
No, but it actually is. The sport's absolutely dead without fans, and I think now you get a lot of arrogant people in sport, players and stuff. They need to now realise that they are nothing without.
Aye.
I know it's a bit cheesy.
But
and
I
that,
don't
playing
get
up to
why-
the
I don't
crowd.
get
Ah,
why-
it's cheesy for
I
you. I
just-
hate it.
Just get a
I
few
don't
likes
get why
there.
they don't want away supporters in it. It's the biggest derby in the world, you know. I don't why do people want to change that?
Yeah.
It's one of the things that I just don't think should be
It's better
changed.
going away from home though, innit?
Yeah.
See when
The way fans are always brilliant.
Aye, the way fans are great because they just
the whole
try and
stadium
sing.
goes
It's
silent.
brilliant.
Podcasts are nothing.
I mean, I've
What
been-
about this one? Podcasts are nothing with the fans.
Aye,
Aye. There you go.
Podcasts are
You're
That's one that you're playing up to the fans at.
podcast.
You want a few likes that for that, don't you?
What? For the fans?
Have you been
subscribers? Subscribers.
Have you went?
Podcasts are nothing with the
Can I ask you a question? Have you been to
That's a good
Ibrox as a fan? Have you been to Ibrox as a
Aye,
fan?
aye,
We Celtic support.
yeah.
So same here. I've been to Parkhead. I've been in the Rangers, and you know what? A couple of
Where?
thousand.
Aye, I was
Rangers, of course, as a supporter.
Do you know-
you
I
know
went
that.
to
In fact, the camera went and you were doing that, weren't you?
I went.
Celtic fan.
There's been a few caught out.
thumbs are up, so
But
yeah.
it's a brilliant atmosphere,
Jesus,
and
rapid.
but that's
mate,
what's
it's the
it's
best, mate,
magic,
innit?
and you're up
Brilliant.
against it. So I love that.
Who did you go to Ibrox with, your pals?
Aye. Mate, Frank McDougall, remember when Frank McDougall?
All right, he's played with Aberdeen.
Aye.
He's a good
Played
player.
with
So
Who
St.
were
Mirren.
you playing with at the time when you were in the Celtic end? Was this when you were finished?
Come up for West Ham.
Did you?
Aye. Come up, was brilliant. Straight in. try to get a game for it. I try to get a ticket for the stand, you know what I mean? But never go out there.
So you were in with the Celtic fans and you were in with the Rangers fans,
It's a nice feeling.
I'm a Celtic. I've always, before I played football, I was a Celtic supporter. I used to go every week, so.
But I think the other side of it is, and I think we try and do this, it's even we're on a show, as our other shows, you need to be fair and balanced in your views, and I think you've got to be like that.
Yeah.
That's, if that be, but look, you're like,
Watching the game on Sunday, I'll be fair and balanced.
Well, no, you know, for that 90 minutes, of course.
90 minutes.
Aye. That's what you love, isn't it? That's what the game's all about.
Who did you got the Celtic partner with your pals?
Aye, a few, aye.
Is that when you'd finished playing or were you still playing with somebody?
No, when I'd finished.
Right.
I'm still playing, so I was alright.
I love to have seen you in the crowd.
Aye.
Been brilliant, wasn't it?
Have you been Ibrox in the Celtic end?
That's the best game in the world. Have you been?
Who'd you go with? Tom Boyd, wasn't it?
Tom Boyd,
You and
aye.
Boyd, yeah.
Tom Boyd and who's the other one?
McManus.
Tom Boyd and somebody else.
Is it in a woman?
McManus.
But we didn't sit down.
Did Mark Viduka, wasn't it?
Mark Viduka, 3 years, aye. Cracking day. Brilliant, honestly. Something like that. Tom Boyd was brilliant, didn't he? Shut up.
Right, how's your gums?
How?
Supposedly you've been bumping them. Don't know if you've seen the clip.
Oh, here we go.
Somebody said you've been bumping your gums about Lewis getting more money. Charlie Adams. Have you seen it?
Oh, listen, do you know something? It's like here, but we're on a show. Everybody has got an opinion on football, on players, on teams and all that. So, everybody's got an opinion. Move on.
But listen, I don't,
He's in Scotland, is it back in Scotland?
Oh, by the way, and it was. Do you want to know? I was up in Aberdeen. Went up Monday because it was his birthday on Tuesday. So it was lovely. Come in for training and just broke the news to us. So
brilliant.
No, we're chuffed. Of course, I'm just delighted for him because I know how hard he works at the game and how dedicated he is. But it just shows you now there's a pathway for the 21s into the national. We're talking about Turnbull there earlier. We've got Gilmer, we've got Patterson in. Lewis, has been drafted in. Took me by surprise. And I think it's nice for him, but he'll get the heat.
Scott Brown.
By the way,
Craig Brown.
No, do you know something?
Craig Brown.
He's actually a good pro to be beside. It'd be good for him.
I watched the game against Hearts and the two of them in the middle of the park.
Bashing people a bit, wasn't it?
By the way, I told you.
Bashing Andy.
Andy got a few in. Brilliant,
grass,
by the
wasn't he?
way. Aye. Tell you what, fair play to Andy Halliday.
Do you know what, Barrett?
I thought he was struggling after 20 minutes for a wee injury, but he kept going and kept going through the pain barrier. So fair play to Andy. But I saw a wee something developing in the middle of the park, a wee partnership with the two of them. You could see that they were. If Brun was in a bit of trouble, Lewis would be there. If Lewis was in a bit of trouble, Brun would be there. And that's what it's like. That's what you develop.
We keep talking about it, young boys coming through. I mean, they're playing beside experienced pros like that. They just talk to you, talking to bring you through. There's no point in putting young boys in together because it's not doing you any good. So I thought Scott would have been great for your boy.
You said you've got Brownie's top up in the living room now, signed.
Too far. Too far. But see on Lewis, but
who's dealing about it? Let's not do it in the house.
I'm just.
You look like Brownie actually, didn't you?
Oh, you did actually?
Actually, looks like he's trying to look like Brownie now.
That's proper sexy, isn't he? He is everybody like every of these.
I know it's pouring the rain outside. You get shots and that on the t-shirt.
I love when he does
Their legs, their legs are brilliant.
Does that every podcast he comes up to
good man. Good man, by the way.
But I mean, first Scotland's got that. What an achievement, honestly. It really is. I remember when I was younger, you go on for like
under 14.
Under 12.
The letter came through that you were buzzing with.
And that was, I got it when I got to silver one night. First
you were
night,
17.
Silver, Lion Scott, light blue t-shirt. Just going out and out to call up. My dad's like, you can't go now, you're going out in the morning in Scotland. Still went out the night out. But that's what I'm saying. That was an unbelievable achievement. But for to get the senior one.
Was that good?
It's just nice. But he's, as I say, he's got a great mentality. He wants to get better and better, and he knows he's got a long way to go. So he's going to work at his game. And we're saying, and I'm under playing with guys like Brown. Get into a Scotland squad, he'll see players that are playing at a high level. And he's no daft. He's clever. He's cute about things.
Oh, he's very cute.
And he'll watch. He's
unbelievable cute.
But he'll watch players. He'll watch wee things that they do in training, and he'll try and emulate that. And that's what love about him. So he's got a long way to go.
He's got the Ferguson swagger.
He's got that wee arrogance in
Have you
it.
seen that in him?
I know, because
I don't like comparing him to you guys, but
he loves.
He's got to be better than him.
He loves.
I think he's got a chance of being better than him and
I
Barry.
hope so.
Think
Aye,
so,
and
mate,
that's
aye.
what,
Honestly.
and I think that's what he's trying for.
That's a statement.
That's a high
I
standard.
mean, when you go to remember what with Barry
he's got the
achieved,
potential.
Big pants
I
to
think
fill
he's got
in.
the potential.
but in
I think
terms
he's
of
got
what Barry
the-
done, you know, Barry captain in Rangers, captain in
I know,
Scotland,
but
that's a hell of a way to go. But
he's going to go and I think he'll be big in England. I think that's a big statement.
He's on a percentage of the move, isn't he?
That's
you
a
can
big
tell, man.
statement. I think he's a
And
big.
I'd give him a
he'll
big
go down there.
pivot. Aye.
I think he'll go down there and he'll.
Boss it.
You know, I think honestly, I said it before. You know, if the boy leaves West Ham, the boy Declan Rice, if he leaves, he would be the ideal replacement.
it's only a few bob for him, isn't he? Like 50, 60 million.
No, they want more than that. They
Is
want
it
more
more
than
than
that.
that?
Aye. He's a good player.
Some
His
don't.
dad
innit?
Brian Rice is
He's a good
desperate.
player.
So he's in the same
Aye,
journey. Brian's desperate for England to move as well.
That's why Brian quit, because he's getting all that money.
He's a Bosman in there. I don't know why anybody's touching him.
His dad's trying to get him to go Hamilton, isn't he?
Aye.
He's trying to get Declan to go Hamilton.
Aye, no.
I need to try and get you a tap.
Oh, that'd be brilliant, mate.
Ferguson
I've
top.
got a
No, I got Brown, man. You want?
I can't get to Brownie one.
But you says that Lewis has been wearing a kilt all week since he's caught, which is brilliant as well.
Aye.
Driving up and down to Aberdeen in a kilt.
Aye.
Aye.
Good that, innit?
Aye.
If you get called out, you should show the respect in the kilt.
So,
So you're saying
two goalies first time in the squad as well. Xander Clark and
I think
Liam
so.
Kelly.
Well
Well
deserved.
deserved.
Well
Well
deserved.
deserved.
The boy Clark's been different class.
He may have
So he has.
hard done by not getting into the Euros because he had a great season last year.
I think
See on the Euros,
listen,
can I
the
just-
older boys
Aye.
have done great for Scotland,
Aye.
but it's time for the young boys to come
Who's
through.
guys like Jim White and Gordon Marshall have been
Aye,
great.
get rid of
man.
them.
See the one on the Euro Slaney,
Rob
because Lewis was on standby for that. And see when the season finished, because Stevie Clark had gave him a wee phone call and they sent out stuff and all that, a programme to stick to. So when everybody had down tools, and it wouldn't be just Lewis, it'd be a few other boys. And I tell you what, he had to work his socks off for like 2.5 weeks before the Euro started. And then as soon as the Euro started, then he could have his wee break. Wow. So this is things you don't see. So because he was down the road, so every morning and afternoon, he was at it, you know, working away. No going out, no touching a drink or anything. No that he does a drink, he doesn't touch anything really, but it just shows you the other side of the professionalism.
Yeah.
When it happened back in your days.
No, I remember I got
called.
called up for the Scotland 21s, like this is a complete opposite.
Right.
I just came back from my ankle injury, so I'd been out for 2 years and I'd been training for a couple of months, mate, and I went out, woke up on Killian Sheridan's couch, still steaming, had 3 missed calls for Peter Grant, who was the assistant manager at Celtic at the time, saying, "You've just been called up to the 21s, you need to get yourself up to Dunblane Hydro, they're training at 3. I remember training training with the 21s. So that's
How
not
long
the
ago
end,
was
is it?
that? That's
Fuck, what age had I been, 21 or something?
Do you know what I couldn't
They're
stop laughing
different,
at last?
they're different
You with that Dundee tap on.
Oh, have you seen pictures? Somebody sent me a picture of me with Dundee Tottenham, mate. Fuck me, what a
Who was
fatty
he
bastard.
Who was he play you were playing against again, remember? He was a big player you played against.
Lukaku.
Oh, yeah.
I actually just thought, I said, disgrace that I'm on the same picture.
Imagine him looking at you.
What he must have thought looking at me, man. He must have thought I was like the cleaner at Dens or something, man. Running a bit with my belly, man. Disgusting. Do you ever have a fat period in your career? I look back at Dundee.
I'm having it the now. So I was,
Playing until did you? Were you ever
Aye,
fat?
after I stopped playing full time, I was just, my nickname, Fat Winger. You've never seen a fat winger, have you?
If you horny wing at a fat winger.
Winger, a wee fat winger, aye.
we
It's horrible.
were a disgrace the way we can see, like, I'm talking about Hearts, we get weighed in every Friday morning, sometimes on a Thursday. We weren't even eating on a Thursday.
What, so your weight would be?
Aye, try to get done. Sometimes and there was a wee competition between some of the boys as well. You know, could you lose like kind of 3 or 4 pound or even more than that? So sometimes going into a Saturday, you felt weak, which is not right. You're
We done it.
not
We used
eating
to
and drinking.
didn't West Ham. We get weighed on Monday.
You get
But
fined or
they
not.
used to look at me when I come in and go, right, well, weigh after training. We all used to put the bin bags on, remember? The bin bags?
That actually helped that?
Brilliant. Did
The bin bags, does that
Aye,
actually
of course
help?
it does.
Just makes you
takes
sweat, innit?
makes you sweat,
Aye.
get a bit weight.
Go to bed with a bin bag on.
Put it on straight away after it.
Sleep in a bin bag.
Aye, sleep in a bin bag.
Do you know what we've never actually discussed? Do you ever remember you doing the piss test?
They wouldn't have got that, I don't think.
Would you ever do that?
Your piss had to be a certain colour for you to, so you were hydrated.
So every morning you used to pour water into it? Do you do that?
Piss
So it
test.
changed the colour of it?
So, so you handed in
Was
your
that-
wee...
Wee sample, aye, but it was
Sample,
every
right.
morning, I'm sure.
Every morning we had to do it as well.
All right, that's changed. There's no fear.
Wouldn't have been any good for me.
We just lager tops, wouldn't it?
That'd have been a big bother.
I used didn't drink lager, you and what? You like the champagne.
Is that what you drink on a night out, Frank? Champagne?
That's all we drunk, aye.
Would you?
I wouldn't thank you for champagne.
Somebody told me it was
Because
the
you're
best thing.
fortunate enough.
Somebody told me it was the best thing you could drink, so that was enough.
I liked it.
Because it didn't put weight on them.
I didn't do it.
Mo used to say that to me as well.
Would the champagne not put weight on
Champagne
you?
doesn't put weight on you.
None. Champagne Charlie done it as well.
Quite
It was
expensive, aye.
good. I didn't drink champagne because to show off, and I liked it. It was brilliant.
So you actually enjoy drinking champagne all night?
Fuck
Could be a
Brilliant.
nice pint of tennis for
Tennis,
me.
mate.
Happy
Oh
days.
no.
Seen Jack Grealish was out, mate, after I love that, eh? Was out after the Spurs game, just been beating his boot. But I like that, eh? Just went for
It's not like somebody has if a joiner doesn't do a wall party, he sits in his house screaming
crazy,
every time.
isn't
He
it?
goes out and has a pint after it, doesn't he?
Aye.
We used to do that.
They relax, mate. It's a high pressure job, isn't it?
We used to
But
go
I
all
think
the
new
time.
modern day players now, mate, it's like they want to be
But
this
we used to go all the time.
pure squeaky clean image and don't want. I love that for him just going out and enjoying
Do you know
himself.
that? We used to go and I used to talk to Costa about it. We used to go out because if you get beat, it doesn't matter if it was Celtic or Rangers, if you get beat from them, I used to still go out because nobody could question my effort on the pitch.
Yeah,
I mean, we get beat,
yeah.
so nobody can question. And I'm going, I'm having a night out, and it was.
See, the funny thing that used to happen, well, from my point of view, is if I did go and we didn't have the right result, you would get a bit of stick for your own fans. Sometimes you ended up in the company of Celtic fans because you weren't getting as much stick. And they sometimes want to play you with some drink as well. So
I think most
that's
of
the
the
way it
time,
used to happen.
most of the time, the Rangers supporters used to, they want to have a poppy,
Bit of
but it's a bit of banter. They don't.
Wee bit of laugh
They don't
for
want
you
to
and
fight
enjoy
you,
the company.
You never get it. They just want to have a banter. They keep coming up with things that you think you've never heard before, but it's one aim, innit? You just have a laugh with them.
Yeah. What was you used to drink on night out? Bovril, wasn't it?
Bovril, aye. On tap.
Bovril,
On tap.
Pepper.
Bovril tops.
And the dancing one, and like dancing. Farting Mars. Fart Mars. Doesn't make any sense.
Should Ralph, sorry mate.
Aye, so just obviously on Ralston, Frank, should he been called up to Scotland or should it have been the Croatian right back?
Get you in, sled it back, right in there.
Listen. Wait.
Well,
His interviewing technique is different class, isn't it?
He's on fire.
He's been great going forward. But it's a Celtic defence. I've got a problem with it. I think this boy's coming in. He's going to take. But should have been called up. Keep playing the way he's playing, and he'll not be far away. You know. I think his place is going to be limited with this boy. Apparently, he's a bollocks, the boy. Apparently, I seen him playing against Scotland. I thought he was decent. So, but don't know a lot about him. But
So you've seen his bollocks?
The report is he's got big bollocks.
Is he one of your parties?
That's why he can handle.
He's going to stick it. He's a big ball.
That's why he can handle playing against Rangers.
Think of it.
He's got big.
I always find
big
it though,
set.
when international, I always find it quite, it's hard because you try to build a team spirit, but also then players in current form, should you then get them in? So it's a hard balance.
It'd be hard for you because you'd come out with all this stuff, and all these people that don't speak English would be looking at you, and you'd be jumping up in the dressing room going, "He's a nutcase." A bit like we do.
I think
Do you think he should have been called up?
it's a hard one because Stevie Clark is loyal to some of his players, but he's trying to obviously blood, some others at the same time. So he's had a good start of the season, the boy Ralston. He has been excellent, and that's why we've had the discussion earlier about him. Should he start the Old Firm game? I think maybe because the form he's in, but obviously.
I'm
You're
just,
looking
I'm,
like bollocks. But he's done excellent, hasn't he?
I'm just
He's
thinking
done brilliant.
defence. They've got to get the defence sorted. Doesn't matter when. Just get it sorted.
Can you afford to have a pair of bollocks like that sitting in the stand on the bench, sir?
Wonder who's
You wouldn't want to be sitting next to him.
He's going to be
bollocks. You could go off it.
He's going to be handling them big bollocks.
handling.
Barcast, innit?
Barcast, aye. What was that? Seen that this
Too big for him,
morning?
eh?
Celtic have offered Rangers Barcast.
Oh, what a show's better than you, yeah.
No, but we are in it. Fault backs. Okay, on to the cooking.
Aye,
I'll
that's
go
it. There we
with
go.
Derek.
I've went a bit different this
Were any of
time.
you close last week?
I was
The
there.
thing they let me down.
Derek.
Who let me down again?
A draw.
Aberdeen Hearts was a draw. Livingston, Motherwell was a strange one.
That was a good one.
Motherwell won.
That was a good result with Motherwell, wasn't it?
I've went a wee bit.
Seen that.
I like, but your odds are unbelievable, but we'll get there.
That's how
Who are you going? Who are you asking, Slaney?
I'm going to ask Derek.
Right, let's go.
Okay, Derek, Hibs versus Livingston.
Right, it was Dundee played well last week. I didn't think they would get the draw against Hibs, but I just like Hibs. I just think they have got goals in them. Obviously, Boyle up top and all that. So
Because Brownie played with them, you like them, Matt?
Scott Brown, didn't you? Aye.
I love this for Derek.
He loves it, doesn't he?
So Hibs, I'm going for Hibs.
Okay, Motherwell versus Dundee.
Motherwell versus Dundee, I'm going for a draw. Again, it's so hard. I don't think there's a lot between the sides, especially early on in the season.
Yeah.
Dundee, after that 6-0 drubbing, then they get a good result last week, and I thought it was a good result not to get beat against Hibs, so I think they can get a draw.
I like the Dundee manager's
Approach.
aye, even on the touchline in his interviews, it's quite bullish. I like that now.
Did you see him going up to the ref after the game? Walked up to the ref, went rubbish.
Did they?
Just said that, fucking rubbish.
Oh well, don't hold back.
Big jazz, I want a
Dundee
guy.
United, Hearts.
Again, I'm going to go for a draw.
I think you could be onto something here.
They've made a few signings as well. Dundee United. I watched them against Ayr United. Well, they shouldn't have won, but you look at against Rangers and Hearts. I like that was a good battle last week against Aberdeen.
Did you see that full game?
Aye, that's what I'm saying. I enjoyed that. And listen, Hearts were up for the battle as well. Talking about Hare in the middle of the park, likes to get in about it. And Andy was.
He gets in about it.
Did you said to me he had a wee injury?
He's
didn't he?
Achilles, keeps trying, doesn't he?
Well, still played for 75 minutes.
Just tears for days
I
after the
hate when
game.
he does it when he plays through the pain because we have to deal with it at night.
And
tears
Robbie Nielsen looks a feisty character. I like
feisty,
Robbie.
he's great.
Aye.
I like
So-
that, but I always think that's good about your managers. Fight for your team, because when you see your manager doing that,
Innit?
We're all
Runs
together.
off,
you're all
aye.
together. whether it's a
Siege
man-
mentality.
Aye,
And he's
So-
no, there's no iPad before the game, no music in the dressing room. He just stands and plays the saxophone for 30 minutes.
Aye,
Robbie Nielsen.
Aye.
I can
Dances,
see
didn't
that.
Jig dance.
Big dances.
Big jig. Some
Tap
certain
freezing,
answers that. So, back to the football. I think they're evenly matched up, so that's again, I'm
By the
playing
way, I'm
for a
going to
draw.
put this on. I'm going to put yours on this week.
But Andy was dancing as well, wasn't it? Andy,
I bet he was embarrassed. He was
no
rubbish.
great
Right,
dancer.
Aye.
What was it he was doing? What was the dancing he was doing?
Go on, show
Sorry,
us. Show us.
He's twerking, wasn't it?
Twerk.
Derek, St Mirren, St Johnstone.
St Mirren have a wee bit disappointing
Aye.
for me. Obviously, they've got a bit of a drubbing.
Good shot for you two with the top
last
six.
time out. So I know I just looked at that squad and with Jim, and obviously Jim having to self-isolate and not being at the game. So it might have an effect. You were talking about that with Gerrard. Who knows?
Yeah.
So, but again, St Johnstone, I like St Johnstone, I like the way they go about their business, good side. But I think St Mirren, they need something. I think that'll be a draw as well. And I'm talking no boring 0-0 draws. I think there's goals in all these games.
Good. What about the odds? So, Paul,
That's
regular odds are
60-61, but obviously it's not even double this week, it's treble, so you're getting 198 to 1 now.
wow. Francis, you ready?
Yes.
Hibs v Livingston.
I'm going for a living. No, I'm going for Hibs. I'm going for Hibs. 1-1. I think they've been playing all right, and I'm just Livingston on a wee slide at the moment, aren't they?
Just not
struggling.
quite
Yeah.
fire.
Motherwell v Dundee.
Great result last week. I think talking about Livingston again, they went to Livingston and won, didn't they? So I'm going to go for Motherwell to beat Dundee.
Me watching the games over in Cyprus.
Of course, every one of them.
So you're going Motherwell to beat Dundee. St Mirren v St Johnstone.
Personal
I'm
training.
going for St Mirren. I'm telling you what, I'm going to go
Cuten's
for.
got no
I'm
chance,
going to
I'll
go
tell you
for
that now.
I'm going to go for a St Mirren. They've got to do something. And I know I'm bad when Jim Goodman's going to be back. He wasn't there last week, wasn't he? He was
So,
in his bed, same as Stevie Gerrard, same bed. But he's no.
So Jim Goodman and Stephen Gerrard are having an
he's a
affair.
single bed as well.
He
It's a
single bed. He had to
Oh,
isolate
it's the
last
couch,
week as
wasn't
well, didn't he? Was it last week he had to isolate?
Yeah.
Jim. And as you say, Slaney, it makes a difference when the manager turns up. You raise your game. So I think he'll not be happy. And I think he'll get a result this week there, yeah.
And
He
Dundee
deserved
United
he deserved to do them anyway for the semis, isn't it? And last year,
Oh, a bit
last
of
year.
revenge,
So a bit of
aye.
revenge.
Bit of revenge, right?
So there you go, that's what I'm doing.
Dundee United v Hearts.
I like the way Hearts are going about their business, so it's going to be. I was thinking about taking a draw, but I'm going to go for a Hearts win there, yeah.
And your odds, regular, 25-1.
Yeah.
Treble, the odds is
75-1.
a few quid on that.
Just as well as wrote down there. I wouldn't have
Just struggling to hit. Who's asking Paul, you?
Right, Slaney boy. The Steelmen, your old team against Dundee.
On his pitch as well.
Aye, on your pitch.
Great
Aye.
surface, innit? What I've done for
It is what
I know what you've done for that club is unbelievable.
I'm going to go for a draw there.
Oh.
But do you know what? I would have fancied Motherwell because they're looking much better. But Dundee get a great result, so they'll be confident. I'm going to go for a 2-each.
Anthony Watt score?
He's flying, isn't he?
Aye.
He really
Good,
is.
I
That
say,
Good player.
isn't he?
And I
He's
think
the
now
best
he's-
forward.
Yeah.
I think now he's got to a stage in his career now where he really finds himself where he wants to be and happy and all that.
In the middle of the box.
There you go.
In the middle of the centre.
Where what that
Aye,
was.
that's
I know,
brilliant.
I
But,
thought when they
Cummins
left
was good for
Celtic,
Dundee as well, by the way.
I thought they shouldn't have let him go to
Aye,
Celtic.
just
Yeah,
let him go,
I didn't think they should have let him go because he was.
Anthony?
When he was there, I thought at the time he was the only one that ran out of the top, and I thought since then it's not had anyone to this point.
Good for-
So there you go.
Right, Slaney, Macca's team against St Johnstone, your team.
I feel heart sorry for St Johnstone because they're playing these European games and they've not got the squad in it. Listen, they don't want this guy feeling sorry for them. Do you know what I mean? I know a squad like that, but I think until this, in fact, they might actually get in the group stages of Europe.
Aye.
But this
It's great for them.
This wee stage, you know, I think it's
find it tough.
a lot to ask. So I'll go for a draw there.
My wee pal Mickey Weir's side, Hibs against Livingston.
Oh, Hibs.
Who the fuck's Mickey Weir?
Oh, who's fucking, you kidding me on?
Wow.
Legend.
Wait, let him answer. Davy Weir's brother. Davy Weir's brother.
David Weir.
Legend.
Right, who is he?
Weir.
What
Mickey
position?
Weir. Right winger.
Hey, what a good wee player
Right,
Mickey
I
Weir
know,
was.
He doesn't know who he is. He's
What a player he was.
got a laugh.
Good player. What a good player he was.
Was he?
Aye.
Oh,
What position was he? Winger?
he
He
could
could
play
anywhere,
anywhere.
midfield.
Just let him,
Midfield, aye.
just give him the ball.
Aye.
Give him the ball at his feet and he'll go and make something happen.
Aye, give me a boy, never pass it.
Nah,
You weirdo.
Hey.
no, teetotal. That mean you're a weirdo if you're
Is
teetotal.
he teetotal? I'm not
Aye.
interested in him.
No,
Yeah, never make it.
Right, so aye, who did you go? Aye, that was Hibs against Livingston.
Does he play at the weekend?
Hibs, you were going for Hibs.
I
Right.
don't know if he's starting.
Hibs?
Mickey Weir's playing, aye.
He's
still at Hibs?
Mickey Weir's, aye. He should play.
Aye,
He could.
could
Top
be.
man.
Aye.
Right, and the Dandy Dons against County.
Can we get a wee background on why he's chose Hibs, please? Is that all right?
He just told us. He's just
Why?
he
Why
feels that
Hibs?
Mickey Weir can make a
Mickey Weir.
difference.
Hard to pick him up with it. Mickey Weir, no, definitely Mickey Weir. Aye. Yeah, Aberdeen, Ross County. I'll go for the Dons.
Right.
Right.
Ross County, they need Yogi back. Must return to the Yogi,
Yeah.
ain't they? Right, we've never even done it. Who's going to win Celtic Rangers?
He's gone.
Well, you know, I'm
Honest, Derek, you should be honest.
honest,
Be
and I'm not
honest.
going to be honest, and I think a few of the guys will embrace. I says earlier, they'll embrace the challenge. I think it's going to be really tight. There is going to be goals in it. I've said 2-1. I think Rangers will edge it 2-1. But it might be like a 3-2. It could be a 4-3. Honestly, the way because Celtic are going to come at Rangers, and Rangers, you know, I think will try and maybe hit them on the break as well at times. Maybe add that to their game. So I fancy us to just edge it.
Frank?
Well, I'm going the opposite because 5 weeks ago I would have been honest and said I didn't think they were going to win. But
And we're at home
Still
as
with
well.
Celtic.
As I say,
5 weeks
home.
ago. Still with the
Full house.
I know. But the thing is, I think Celtic I really do think Celtic will win this one. I just think that energy, the pace that they go forward and the passing, everyone's enjoying it. You see Turnbull, McGregor, they're all just loving the fact that people are moving
See,
about.
and this is the different thing, the difficult thing, because there's no Celtic fans here. It's a full house full of Rangers fans. If Rangers get after a good start, that crowd get going, then it can be a difficult afternoon for Celtic. So who knows? It's might be so important the first 10, 15
It could
minutes.
go the other way. If Celtic get on top of them,
and
the
it could
crowd
go,
could just go right against.
and that's what's
there you
what's
go.
intriguing. So
I think
Time
that's
will
magic
tell.
set up,
I know
innit?
time will
Magic.
tell.
You look a bit excited. I can see you like kind of.
We're going for
Have you
we're
got?
going for
Have you got on
breakfast.
going
Saturday?
for breakfast.
Don't know what to talk about, mate.
Right. Okay.
Is that a wee holiday
By the way,
number?
we could.
No,
we could roll
no,
for
no.
you. A massive roll coming up, isn't we?
Oh, I have, we do actually.
Rolling that sausage.
But you were the first name in the, weren't we?
What?
You were the first name on the tip
For a
of
roll?
tongues.
For a roll? Roll.
You can't say too much.
Can't say too much.
No, but it's going to be a crack. I can see that you're looking forward to it, which you were probably 3-4 weeks ago. You weren't.
Yeah, I know.
No,
So,
I thought James
that's-
thought this season was almost started.
I thought
but
you're
set up
right. You're right.
brilliant.
I've no, no.
That's what we want.
I didn't think he would have changed it as quick as what he did.
Football can change quickly though, can it?
And
Like,
oh,
we've got the big game tonight and the big game Sunday. So see, it can all swing again, can it? We have to just sometimes get our toes in the ground, don't we?
Can't make that big pair of bollocks on the side.
I know, by the way. I think he'll play. There you go.
You think he can carry the big bollocks a bit for 90 minutes? Be knackered.
A wheelbarrow. A wheelbarrow.
Oh, it's tremendous.